Hello crafty friends, this is Irene from Impressive Formations. So this week I've been playing around with a die that I got from Spellbinders. I think their website is Spellbinders Arts or Art. And I don't think this one has a name. It just says S5658. I only got the little coin purse, or it could also be a makeup bag. And then they have this little pieces of makeup that you can, that's a different die set that you can purchase. So while over here it says Gorgeous You Makeup Bag, so maybe that's the name of it. So these are the dies that come with it. And I will show you what I have done. So this is the first one that I did, and so this is the hinge, the little tag, and it says for you, and then the little clasp, and then this here, this is like the little chain that you see right here, and then these are I guess for the makeup bag. This is for the makeup bag, and the little tail for the makeup bag. Then we have this piece here, which is this gold, the coin purse metal part. And this one I just did the red cardstock, and then I used also one of their embossing folders to do the little pillow embossing on it. It's a 3D embossing folder. It has a magnet. I don't know if you can see this right here. So you open it up, and this is where your gift card would go, right in here. Here's the clasp. And this piece here is what makes the little cuts for that. And I'll show you how I did that part if you are interested. Like I said, it has a little magnet, so it doesn't open on its own. Okay. Then I continued playing around with it, and I made a like a actual coin purse, more of an actual coin purse. So the magnets are up at the top this time. Oh, in fact, you can kind of see the metal part from there. And then you open it, and then you can, you know, I don't know, throw in, I don't know, cash, treats, something more than just a gift card. And then it's got the magnet, so it closes. So this is the magnet. And I had actually done a video on this, but it came out very flickery, and I know it would have probably given you guys a headache. This is one of my the mess ups that I did. I forgot to put the magnet, and so I had to cut to insert it, and so you see like a little black patch here. So this is still trying to figure things out. And then here's this is, I think, the first one I did, and so this one doesn't look pretty, but it still works. So I am gonna do the hinge one first, and hopefully, if it doesn't take too much time, or if you guys want to hang in there with me, we'll do the coin clasp one. So I've gone ahead, and what I did for this first one is I took a sheet of, 12 by 12, cut it in half, and then I stamped a background stamp on this one, and then I cut, you need both of the, you need this one actually, just this one. So you cut this through. Once you cut them, then you emboss it. And I use my embossing folder with that little pillow thing. Now, if you want to do one of these purses with this, I don't know, I don't know how you call this piece. It looks like both embossed and stitched background. Then you use both of these, okay? Because this one by itself is not going to cut the edge, so you need to get a piece of paper and cut the whole thing. So make sure your paper is big enough for this size. And then I use the metallic paper to cut several of these. And then for this one, so this is our two front and back, and then these are going to be for the inside. And on one of them, when I cut it, I use this. So you use this guy, the main one, and then you come in here and you cut this, and that's to make those gift card little circles there. So this will be the inside back, and this is, like I said, this is the hinge. So let us get started on that, on this little purse. So we're going to mimic this one. So we get the front. This guy is, I guess, for the back, and this guy goes here. But the first thing we need to do is put our hinge, okay? So I am going to sneak it in here. So I'm going to use glue, that way it lasts a little bit better. The other thing too, oops, before I get going, is since it's going to be a hinge, you cut this piece off and then put this in here. So, and then this is the inside, so I'm also going to cut this part off. And then we're going to do the same for the other side. So this is the back. So I'm going to cut this piece off. And this is the inside. So, oh, this, yeah, no, this is the inside. So I need to cut this side. Okay. So now we will put glue here and attach this guy. Let's line this up, and then we really press this down when we have it together. So that's our hinge here. Okay, so then we are going to use two little magnets, and I think I got these on Amazon. You just have to look for them. I also have some bigger ones, and I think I got these from Michael's website. So these are also thin. These are for making cards, large craft magnets, and I know they make the small ones. There's medium ones that are in between these two sizes, and then there's small ones, and these are ionic. So if you're curious. Okay, so let's continue here. We will also, one of the things I did is I cut two of these, see the white, and I glued them together. So this is the outcome, and I'm just gonna glue these down at the top center. That's for this one. Right here. Well, let's just kind of make sure it is centered. It is a little too far to that side. So, oops. I still have time to move it. Probably not too much time, but yeah, that looks more centered. Okay. And now we're going to put some tape on one of the magnets. And you don't have to put a magnet if you don't want. That's just something I do. So we're going to cover this with our inside panel, and so you won't get to see that. And so, since we don't know where this goes exactly, the magnet will tell us by just dropping it here, and it fits to place. So I will cut a little piece of adhesive. So the adhesive is on our magnet, so let's now peel this off. And then we will bring our clasp down. I don't know what that is. And so when we open it, that's where that one goes. And so now we're going to glue this down. So I need my tape gun. And we're going to put some glue to make sure it holds really well. So we are going to do that. Make sure it's all lined up because the glue is still wet, so you can kind of slide things around. And now we will, I just push these a little bit so that it's not hard to put the card in later. So remember not to put glue on those little cuts. You don't want them. Just down here, do not put glue here on the little cuts, otherwise they can't open. So we are going to be careful and avoid that part. We'll put some down here. But we just avoid, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, there and here. I'm not putting, I guess we could probably put some on the corner here. Just careful. And so now we cover our purse here. Okay, so the magnets are did look a little funny to me. We might have to cut that off with the X-Acto knife or some scissors. But okay, so then we will finish decorating. So I'm going to get 2 of these. And we will put glue on both of these. I didn't want to put my fingers in the glue, but all right. So let's push this up. Line this up. I have a hand, well, anyways. All right, it's gluing down now. Now let's do the other side. And we will put this one on the back. Our little coin purse. I don't know if this is, you know, I have a, this is like a stamping block. So I'm just going to set that. For a second. Push this up. It's already stuck, okay. Anyways, so here is our little coin purse. Yeah, I don't like the way this is looking, so I'm gonna trim this off. Maybe that doesn't look like I did much there. And then we're gonna add, so when I cut these, right, you have, if you just use the little tag that it comes with on its own, let me clean this up. So if you just do that, then you get a tag like that. And then if you use the For You tag piece that comes with it, then you get this guy. It says For You. And then I printed one, and it says For Baby Girl. And here's a little chain that it comes with from this die here. So this is how you can personalize it. You know, if I knew like the baby's name, you could do that. But I don't. So I am going to actually do it like that. And then we're going to glue that down. So first, just a little tape. And then we're going to do some glue. And I don't know, we'll put it here, I guess. So it just says For Baby Girl. But you have options, nothing For You. You personalize it. So I cut one in this cream colored cardstock, and then I just used my scissors to cut the for baby girl part. Anyway, so this is the way you do, you know, the gift card. Now for the other one, to create one of these, this is a little bit more time consuming. It's a little trickier, but it's not hard. So I'm gonna need 2 of these that are glued back to back. So I use one in that card, so let me just get this one ready. I've been doing several of these that I thought I had enough ready to go. Okay, let's let me get my stamping block and we'll put that there for right now. Okay, so for these, I have pre-cut, again, some of them. Where did I leave them? So if I can just, I thought I had them over here. I have my rubber stamps here and they're in the way. All right, hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I found all the little pieces. So for the actual coin purse, the one that opens up like this, okay, we need 2 fronts, 2 backs, and then a strip of paper that is 2 inches by 6 5/8. Okay, now I need a new blade, but okay. Let me show you how we're going to score this piece. Now this is something I came up with, you know, and it works for me. I don't know if there's a better way to do this. If there is, you know, leave me a message. I know that I think Anna Griffin had a coin purse and maybe she had instructions to do that, but this is what I came up with. So on your scoring device, score down the middle at 1 inch, and then 1/4 inch on each side, and then 1/2 inch on each side. So it's at 1, at 1 1/4, at 1 1/2, and then we do it the other end at 3/4, and at the halfway point, 1/2 inch. Now flip your piece of paper, and we're going to score it at 3/4 and at 1 1/2. So that's another 3/4. So here's 1/4 and then 1 1/2. And we do it the same thing to the other side. 3/4 and 1 1/2. Okay, and we are done with our scoring for this card. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is do that little expansion thing with this. So if you notice, let me get one with, where's that purple one? I think it's easier to see. We have like a mountain fold, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fold it in half. And then I like to score the ones at the very end. They're also mountain folds, so I score all the mountain folds first. And then come back, and then I do the valley folds. So that's the belly fold. Come back and do this belly fold. All right. So we have something like, yeah, like this. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to trim this down. So over here we have the 3/4 inch and then the 1.5. So cut all the way to the fold line on these, and then just at an angle. I guess, I don't know, could be 45 degrees. It doesn't matter. So cut to the fold line, cut to the fold line, and then we do an angle cut. Angle cut. And let's get these guys out of the way. Now let's do the same to the other side. We cut to the angle, to the first line, cut to the first line, angle cut, angle cut. And then we're going to do the same for the other side. Angle cut, angle cut. So I had actually started to do this, and then I realized that my iPad wasn't recording. But because I did start to do it, if you notice, this is my prototype. So this was the foil cardstock, and on the back it's, I think it's, I got this at Michael's. Their back is kind of brown tone, but our hinge mechanism goes on the inner panels, if that makes sense. So here's the inner panel that I had already started to work on, and then I realized the recording wasn't on. So this is kind of the crucial part of the card, so I wanted to make sure it made sense to you guys. So that's why this guy has adhesive. So we do one for each, okay. So what we will do is, this is the inside and this is the inside. So, okay, so I like to bend this first one in, just pinch it, and bend. You can bend both of them in. And let's do our little fold right. And actually this is a little bit flipped because we do want a mountain fold. So this is the, make sure you have a mountain fold, right? Or this way, it's a mountain fold. Okay. So fold this in, fold this in. All right, so we've already folded. We have our crease line set. So I like to just pinch a little bit past the middle part. And then these little guys, the little wings here, fold them in, tuck them in, or bend them in, pinch here, and then bring them in. And then over here at the corner, just pinch. Okay, same thing here. We're gonna fold these little wings, bring them into the other set of wings. So start folding them if they don't want to give way. Start folding them, pinch everything, and then fold. Okay, now let's go to the other side. Start your fold. Restart this guy too. Hold your card here. These little wings, we fold them in, and then we pinch them down here. Same thing here, fold them in, these wings go inside these other wings, so fold them in and pinch this down. So this is kind of what you have. Now let's attach that to here, okay? So let me get my tape gun. And we will get some glue also. It's kind of been drying a little bit. Okay. We'll do one side at a time. So just eyeball about 1/4 of an inch. We got some glue here, okay. So about 1/4 of an inch on this side, and then we follow this also. And then let's do the same thing over here. We tuck this guy. This guy is straight. All right. Okay, so now we do the same for this side. This guy's stuck to my, okay. We're gonna do the same. Put adhesive. Get that one out of the way for now. Okay. And then on this I had to use a piece of cardstock because I use my other panel on here, but nobody's gonna see that part, so we are recycling. All right. Where's my block? I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so all right, I think we're done. All right, so I've put adhesive on here. We will get our 2 pieces that we're going to use. So on the first one, we are going to cut one of those little circle pieces off. And then we will glue that part. To the purse. And we will look and make sure that it's about the halfway point. Here's our halfway point. And then these align to the top. So we'll just hold it in place for a second. And then this other one, we need to, I guess it doesn't matter. You cut another one off. Okay, so this is the back of your coin purse. So we want this one to be on this side. So let's put glue here. And we'll put it in, and since it's still wet, we can adjust as needed. So let's line these guys up. And then we can bring these in closer. I would say about there. So that's where this one's going to be. And I'll put this guy for a second. Now let's get our magnets. And we need 2 of these. Oh my gosh, these things are strong. Let me slide another one up. Let's keep them separated there. Okay. We are going to use a piece of tape. Here it is. And we will attach this close to the top here, so you can't quite see it. Now we will be gluing these here. So we need to find out where this magnet goes. So we'll just let us get some help there. So we will get a little piece of tape. And put it on the magnet. Okay, so that's where it's going to go. So let's take this tape off. And this should be done. Yeah. And then we are going to align our coin purse here. Let's align it, and that's where the magnets go. Okay, so now that's where that guy goes. Now we will attach our side panels to this whole thing. This one, I think I already have some tape. And then I will add some glue, and then just to be sure. Oh my God, this thing's falling apart. Okay. I'm just going to add some just to reinforce the battery, right? I added some adhesive, and we will add glue. So some of the glue has seeped out on this side, but it dries clear, so it's okay. So same thing with this panel. We put some adhesive, and I'm going to put some tape on this one too. Just to make sure that the battery doesn't fall out. I mean, not battery, I'm sorry, the magnet. I've been playing around with a light up card that I'm trying to design from Christmas. So that's probably why it's in my mind, batteries, but anyways. now we attach this guy to our panel here, and let's align everything. And since the glue is still wet, you still have time to adjust it the way you need it. And this is our little mechanism. So it works. Now let's embellish it a little bit. So we will go put glue here. Slide this to the edge. This guy to the edge. Oh my gosh. All right, let's put some clips to help us. Okay, now let's do the same for the back. I guess at this point it doesn't matter, this could be the front. And let's glue that down. All right, so let's scoot this to the end. All right, I think it's holding now, and that's the way you do the coin purse. You can tuck treats, money, gift cards. It closes on its own. Anyway, I hope that inspires you guys to do some of these little coin purses. They come out really cute. And on this baby one, actually, what I wanted to do is, I'll probably come back and finish it off by, I got these recently. And I think they would look really cute if I attach some of these little gold pieces on these, where I see those little circles, right? And you don't even have to do it to the back, right? That's what I forgot to do when I was creating this card. Okay, not on my finger. My fingers have glue from all the little pieces from the black purse where the glue seeped out. Okay, goes there. So. But I wanted to finish this off so you guys can see, you know, how you guys can embellish it. Probably another one over here. And maybe there. That's where it would go. Anyway, They come out really cute, you guys. So I hope that's inspired you guys to create your very own. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time.